in you? How do you feel like it affects you and your classmates as far as you act, the negative behavior?
Well, it affects me. It probably gets a couple of kids. They probably think, oh, this guy's, that's what makes him mad. So let's keep on doing it to make him mad even more and see what happens. Other kids are probably, thinking, oh, this guy's really mad. We should, calm down. Not make him mad because he doesn't do anything to make us mad or something. That's what I think.
Okay. So how does it affect you?
It affects me because sometimes I think they get scared of me, which I don't want that. I don't want them to be scared, and it probably affects me emotionally.
Oh yeah. So it affects you in a way because you like now people think you might be a rough guy or rude and not a nice guy then, right? So they're like, oh, like they don't like Robert. I don't want to hang out with Robert or talk to him because he's always lashing out or being aggressive. Another thing, the way your behavior might affect you, like now you get kicked out of class, so you're losing. I said you're here to learn, right? Ultimately, you want to graduate, and so Mr. Chow, that's what class that's biology, chemistry. So that's a big class for you going to college, and I know that's one of your goals. So I know that you not being in class that could affect you that way because you're not there to get the material. You know what I mean? So that's another way it could affect you personally. You know what I mean? So and then do you feel that that's probably why you're getting upset when people are loud, possibly?
I'd say yeah on that.
Yeah, because from what we have talked about so far, I get that a lot of your anger is coming in class is because of students are being loud, students are being disruptive in class, and so it makes you upset because you're there trying to learn, and then when you're trying to get help from the teacher, you're not getting it because of the way that you and the teacher have gotten to altercations, verbal sparring matches over what's going on in the classroom. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, like I said, so the consequences that you have been receiving are not benefiting you in reaching your goals, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to tell you, like I said, like you're not a problem, Robert. Just the behavior is the problem. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's like you said, you take it at home sometime and it's at school. So enough about that. Let's play a game. Want to play a game?
All right.
So this game I call it. We're gonna play a number game. You ever play rock paper scissors, right?
Yeah.
So it's similar to that. So we're gonna do. I'm gonna have you stand up. So we're both gonna stand up. So what we're gonna do is we'll put our hands behind our backs, right?
All right.
And so the goal is this: on the count of 3, we'll count, or you can count, let you count, and then we'll put our hands up. So we're gonna show our hands to each other. All right. And so we have to count my hand and your hand, and then whoever's the number first wins. Okay.
All right.
All right. So you can count.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
10. Oh, 8. So I won because I put 0 up. Right.
All right.
Okay. So we can do it again.
All right.
You count.
1, 2, 3. 13.
Good. All right. Let's try one more time.
One more? All right.
Not 8.
9.
8. Okay, so let's sit down. So, what do you have any from doing that exercise right now? What have you? Do you think of any strategy that can make you improve for that?
I'd say count my fingers before we put our hands up, so I already know what number I have, and then I can just count your fingers and click it in my head.
Right. So the first time you went, did you know the number you're gonna put?
Yeah, but I didn't really think of counting them. I just put my fingers up when you put your fingers up, and I was counting both of our hands.
That's a good observation. Like I said, so anytime the first thing you do something, you don't really have a strategy. You're like, oh, okay, I know we're playing this number game, and so you didn't think about if I already know what I have, all I gotta do is add up what the other person has. The first time it took you longer because you had to count like what you had, your fingers, and then my fingers. So you know what I mean. I knew what I was putting up 0 already. So I'm like, oh, I'll just count yours and throw you off. So that's good. And so I say that to say this that the whole thing was that you had a plan going into it. Because after you found out you made a mistake and you weren't as successful as you wanted to be in beating me the first time, you know what I mean? So you came in, you're like, oh, I got a strategy, I have a plan. So now I'm going to count my numbers already in my head, I already know, and just count his. And so it's the same thing that we need to do with, like I said, with anger management. All right, the same thing. We have to have a plan. So I want to show you one chart. Okay. This chart deals with talks about, it's like the motivation formula, right? It's just channeling anger and challenging into positive motivation. Okay. So this has to do with right here. I don't know if you want to. We'll look at that for a minute. Just look at it and then we'll discuss it. Just take a minute to look at it and see what you think about it. Okay. So is there anything that you notice here? Anything? Just tell me anything you notice about the sheet.
Well, here's the dirty, muddy water. Here's the
clean water.
Clean water.
Okay. So what do you think this represents? You see, it starts dirty, and then what? You know what I mean?
This is the bad road. The dirty is the bad road, and you have to clear your way to get into the good part.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. It's not bad. See, but as you notice, it's all one road, right?
Yeah.
So you could be on the same path, but the decisions you make will make the water get better or less. Okay? And see right here, it's a gap. So you go on this road, you get angry. You have a choice here. See this says choice? Either go positive or negative choice. You see right here, the bridge is broken. So if you go down here, it's a flood zone. So you're over flooded. That's when you start feeling upset. When you would lash out, you know what I mean? You made a choice there. You either lash out, or you like, you know what? I'll talk to him later, or approach him differently. Like, guys, I'm really trying to learn. Excuse me, can you guys please quiet down a little bit? Or, you know, Mr. Chow, can you repeat that, please? Or Mr. Chow, I didn't hear you because people were talking. So anything other than that. But here, the cycle can continue, the flood zone. Like everybody gets in the flood zone. You're not gonna go days, you know, without going to the flood zone. Just how you respond when you get to the end of this bridge right here. Like, how are you going to respond? And you have the choice. And so the big thing I want to explain to you today is just that you have the power, and you can make the choices for yourself. But every choice you make has a consequence, whether that's positive or negative. You know what I mean? You have the choice. You have control over your life and your situations. You know what I mean? I know a lot of times, you know, probably your mom tells you what to do, teacher tells you what to do. You know what I mean? But you have the choice of how you deal with them. Okay? And use positive self-talk. You know what I mean? You can do it. When you get angry, or you know, you're like, oh man, I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna be able to handle it. You can do it. You gotta tell yourself that. Okay? When you choose, you have good character. I've talked to you before, so I know you have good character. All right? So you gotta want to do that and try to stay out of the flood zone when you get to that bridge. Okay? And start turning that to do better things. All right. So now that. So can you name a few situations that you dealt with negatively? Probably 3. Can you give me 3 scenarios? Maybe 2 at school, 1 at home. And just describe the scenario and something that when you respond negatively, and then how you could have responded positively. Just take your time. You think you want to write them down? You can, or you can just think. It's on you.
All right.
So just take a few moments. Just 3 things: 2 at school, 1 at home, where you may have got upset, and you when you got upset, you didn't use your coping skills, and you reacted negatively. And then change it. Okay.
I'd probably say one time where my sister has been flooring, and one of the pieces broke, and she blamed me. And it wasn't me when she blamed me, and started yelling at her because I didn't do anything. So I approached her bad. I started yelling, and then she started yelling at me. And then my parents came out, and they were telling me to calm down, but I was telling them to have her calm down because I didn't do anything. And it just turned out to a war zone in the house, you know, yelling at each other back and forth, all because she little stupid thing where she blamed me. This is probably one of them.
Okay, and so now what could have you done differently? So now you said your sister broke the flooring. You said.
She said I broke the flooring.
She said, all right, so your sister broke the floor. Said you broke the flooring.
Yeah.
So now you have a choice. So I'm like your mom, Robert. Your sister told me you broke the flooring. So how can you handle it without attacking your sister? How could you have done it differently to make a different outcome?
I could have told them I didn't instead of just blowing up and said I did it, but very loudly, aggressively. I could have said it in a calmer way, and we could have solved who broke it, instead of them, But then yet they shouldn't be going around and just blaming random people or accusing the one that they seem to have done it,
Yeah. So I can see now that you're still a little angry about that happening, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but at that moment you have the choice there. You had a choice to be like, I really didn't do it. So let me try and figure it out. Let me stay calm and relax. Like, Mom, I didn't do it. Let's figure it out. But when you went off, then now you made it. Now it's two problems. Now the flooring is broken, and now you and your sister are going at it. Now it's a war zone as you described, right? So that one time you had a choice. Who you feel is in charge of your, has the power of your emotions? Who's in control?
Who's in control of my emotions?
Yeah, who's in control of your emotions?
Me. Myself.
Who's in power of your actions, your choices you make? Who's in control of that?
Myself.
You are. So you have power of choice. So you can choose the way you want to react to that situation. Okay, let's do another one. Another situation.
Probably last year, my sophomore year in high school, my teacher, I walked into class acting normal when my teacher accused me of being on drugs. And at first I thought he was messing around, so, I just started laughing, And then he was serious. He's actually calling the office, and I was like, hey, like, why the hell are you calling the office? I'm not even on anything right now. And, he just accused me, and he kept accusing me, so I just got even more and more mad. And then I was telling him as they come over here and try to get me, I ain't leaving, I'm not gonna, I'm not anything, so why should I have to go? And, he was saying, oh, it's for I'm trying to help him. Like, he ain't trying to help me, just bagging on me, man. Like,
no, I get it. So I know at that moment, how did that feel? That moment when that happened, how did you feel? So I know for one, you were upset.
It kind of scared me in a way where I thought, I was actually gonna be in big trouble, even though I had nothing to worry about because I hadn't done anything. But it could have cooked up something bigger where I could have done something very wrong, or I could have hit somebody, because out of what he accused me of, he accused me of doing something that I wasn't doing that's big, it's not so much as a little broken tie or something, it's on drugs, so.
Yeah.